downfall is not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit. Position is grip. The mission persists like it's
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's the Pac-Man, making his way to the ring, a man that doesn't even need an introduction. An absolute legend. What hasn't Pac-Man done? One of the most recognizable boxers in the history of the sport. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990, he fights out of Harlem, New York.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. No rest for the weary. Good right hook. Just missed with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Hook misses. Nice counter punch. Oh, Pacquiao is seeing stars after that one. A much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
He threw a punch and just got countered. thrown, but it doesn't connect. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get your mind back on the job.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let me come to the fight. Great round.
There's the bell for round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
They exchange punches. Misses with the... Hold that thought! Pacquiao is rocked. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. They have no respect for each other's punching power. He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
You're getting in there with a fighter with a longer reach. Now you've got to depend on your footwork, your pressure fighting. Slip inside the shot, slip outside the shot. But when you do it, you don't just slip. You've got to capitalize on it. Throw some shots after that to make them scared of letting a shot go.
That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So close with that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. Just misses with that left uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. These two fighters are made for one another. You'd like to see more jabs. Missing with the hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
They miss with the jab. A perfect counter shot. Failing to score with that right hook. That counter shot lands. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that.
Get mind on the job. Get back out there and
On to the fourth we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Back and forth they go. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That uppercut just missed. Catch and shoot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Insane action. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't.
On to the fifth we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter shots. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think him. You've just gotta be smarter than him. You've gotta be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Just misses with that uppercut. Good counter punch. How about that? Robinson goes to the canvas. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, Pop. You know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
There's a counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Missing with the hook. Nice counter punch. Nobody home with that hook. He misses with that jab. And he misses with that straight left. Punch, counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the...
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is...
There's the bell for round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Will get knocked out. Those counter punches have to hurt. The counter punching. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Just misses with that jab. That hook won't score. Missing with the left uppercut. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That counter shot lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard.
Get focused. Get your mind.
Round 7, here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are done. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know whether.
Whoa, Johnny! Is Pacquiao going to go down after that shot? But somehow weathered the storm.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Pacquiao there got clipped clean. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
With that right uppercut. The jab not finding its target. Sugar Ray is down. Look at that shot to the head, and there's no...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's talk about Robinson in that last round.
You feel good?
Round 8. And we're off again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
There's a counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Nice job blocking the left hook. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
His stamina is off the charts. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Beautiful counter punch. And he scores with the counter. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Not good body language here from Manny Pacquiao. So the judges can't make up their mind. No one wins, no one loses. This fight ends in a draw.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.